Hello and welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to be downloading Bootstrap. The link to download Bootstrap is displayed on the screen. This is the Bootstrap website. To download Bootstrap, click on this download button. This will not start the download immediately. It just gives you another page where you have various options you can choose to download. So I'm going to click on it and it gives me this page. So there are different options. The option I want here is this one that says compiled CSS and JavaScript. So if I click on this download button here, it should download a compressed folder. So I'll click download and I wait for it to begin. You can see the download folder has started. I'll just give it a few minutes to complete. The file has completed the download. So that's the downloaded folder and it's a compressed folder. So I'm going to go to my download location to see the folder. So this is what I've downloaded. It is a compressed file. So if you have a software decompression tool like WinZip or WinRAR, you can use that to decompress it or just double click on the folder. So I'm just going to double click on it and this has opened up the folder. So if I click inside the folder, we have two subfolders, a CSS folder and a JavaScript folder. I'm going to open the CSS folder first. So I'll click to open it. Inside the CSS folder, we've got different types of files. The first file here is just Bootstrap, which is a normal CSS file. If you want to see the content or what it looks like, you can open the file in your text editor. We've got some files here with a .map extension. So this, like for example, this one is a map file. These are files that are useful if you are using Bootstrap in a development environment. So they help you point to the original source code that was used to create the CSS for the Bootstrap. We've also got some files here with a .main. For example, this one, bootstrap.main. And we've also got .main mixed in with some other files here. Anything with a .main extension basically means it is a reduced version or a minified version. Basically what that means is that they have stripped out all redundant data and unnecessary files that will still make the file work. So they stripped out all the unnecessary data, but that does not affect the functionality of the file. Notice we've also got some files here that's got grid next to them. Anything with a grid next to it basically means these are types of files that can be used to build different types of layouts of different shapes and sizes. We've also got some files that's got reboot next to them. So you got anything with a reboot next to it basically means these are files that can be used to reset the CSS in web browsers. All web browser has a certain default CSS. So if you want your application to work consistently along all different web browsers or platform, you can use the reboot to reset the default CSS that they already have. Depending on the type of project you're working on, you can just pick out the relevant CSS file from this CSS folder that you want and then bring that into your application. You can also create your own custom CSS that you can make work in conjunction with the Bootstrap files. For me, I am only going to use this minified version, which is this bootstrap.main. If you want to use the Bootstrap one, which is the top one here, and you want to make some customization to the CSS that Bootstrap has created, then that will be suitable for you. I don't really want to do any modifications, so I'm going to use the Minified version. So this bootstrap.min. So I'm going to create a new folder on my desktop and then move that file into that folder. To create a new file, I'm just going to right click and go new, and I'm going to call it BS, which means Bootstrap for short. And then I am going to go to my CSS file here. I'm going to copy this file, this bootstrap.min, into that new folder. I'll do a right click, copy, and I'll come here and just paste it into that folder. Next, let's take a look at the contents of the JS folder. So I'm going to click on it, and inside the JS folder, we've got the normal Bootstrap file, which is a JavaScript file. And then we've got this bootstrap.bundle. The bootstrap.bundle basically is a bundle of files. It includes all the necessary files you need for Bootstrap. It also includes a special library called Popper.js. Popper.js basically is a positioning engine that is used to calculate the position of an element. And then we have some map files here, and also the main. The map files and the .main, they work in similar fashion to how the map and the main works in the CSS folder. So again, depending on what you're working on, you choose the relevant file that you want from this folder. I'm going to be using this bootstrap.min, which is a JavaScript file, and I'm going to copy that into my folder I created. To copy that, I just do a right click, copy, and go to my folder. I'll do a right click and paste. So if I open up this folder, I should see my two files. One is a CSS file and the other is a JavaScript file. One of the advantages of downloading Bootstrap to your local machine, it enables you to work in development mode. You don't necessarily need an internet because the files you want are local to your computer. So that is it for this video. In this video, we downloaded the CSS and JavaScript compiled version of Bootstrap. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.